Okay, so we're gonna check on our vegetables. It's been going for 12 minutes now. There's probably some water, so we're gonna drain that out and see how it is. Alright, so we're gonna take this over to there is some water, as you can see on the side. If you just kind of tilt your pan to the side, you can see that there is some water. So we're gonna go drain that out. What I usually do is I just take the cover of my wok and kind of pinch it to the side. If you want to zoom in, you can kind of see on the side that I just kind of create a little thing, and then you can see that the water will come out and the vegetables will not, because vegetables are expensive, so you don't want to waste them. So I mean, you don't have to get all of it out, just get most of it out and you should be good. Okay, so it's been a while with our vegetables. Remember that these are frozen and that's why they're taking so long. If you have fresh vegetables, it won't take nearly as long. But these are frozen and they had a little bit of ice attached to them, so it just takes a little while longer. But they are done now, as you can tell. You kind of know when they're done when they're at their brightest color. Like the carrots, see, they're the brightest orange. And then everything else is just bright, and that's when you know it's done, especially the broccoli. So we're going to bring it over here and pour it in our bowl so that we can prepare our other stuff, and then we'll add these later. So we're going to come back over here. If you remember, we have our rice done over there. I just let it soak for a little while longer because it is boiling in a bag, so I just wanted to make sure all the water was drained out. So now we're going to add a little oil to our pot, just a little bit, just to make sure the rice doesn't stick. And then I already cut open 2. We used 3 bags, so we're going to cut those open and add them to our rice. Add them to our pan. And then the last one, we'll be using the Gerber Paraframe to cut open the last bag. So what we're going to do is we're just going to brown up this rice, kind of break it apart, just get it so that the water isn't all on it and that it's more crunchy. And then we'll be adding our spices, and we'll show you those in a sec. Alright, so this is the stuff we're going to be adding to our fried rice to make the rice have some Asian flavor. We have fish sauce, and then we have more fish sauce. This one we got in Chinatown. We have a Chinatown right in our local city. So we just went down there. It's much cheaper if you buy it there than if you buy it at like CVS or your local Roach Brothers or whatever you have where you are. So if you guys have a Chinatown, it might be worth going to look for that. And then we're just going to be adding some soy sauce. We're using less sodium so that it's a bit better for you, because as most of you know, soy sauce has a lot of salt in it, so it absorbs water. So we're going to try to cut down on that, and we'll just be adding these. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of this and see how it goes. We'll annotate if it's different, and then we'll be adding about a tablespoon of the fish sauce. We'll get back with you in a bit. Alright, so we need to add eggs to our fried rice mixture. We're going to use 2 whole brown eggs, doesn't matter what kind, and we're going to scramble them. So we'll show you how to do that just in case you don't know how. So you just crack them in, make sure they don't fall off the table. There's 1, there's 2. Make sure you give it a hard hit, not too hard on the side of the counter though. Nice good firm hit so it breaks open. Then you're going to take your fork. You want to use a long tine fork, it's a lot easier. Tilt your bowl to the side. Make sure you poke the yolk first. It'll make it a lot easier for you. And then just start making circular motions. And then it should look consistent. By the time you're done scrambling it, it should look like a consistent mixture of like a lighter yellow. And that looks about good. So then we're going to bring this over to our stove. And what I like to do is I like to make a little hole in the middle of the rice. Just kind of move everything to the side. And then what I'll do is I'll pour this in there, and it kind of makes like a little bowl for it. Just kind of let it cook. What I'll do is I'll just kind of mix it around here, let it cook for a little while, and as it's going I'll just kind of mix it around. Okay, so we have our eggs, they're all cooked, so we're just going to start mixing them in with the rice. Just kind of mix that all together. Make sure the eggs are dispersed throughout. then we have our bacon, which has been resting in the paper towel so that it drains. And we're just gonna dump that in. All of it. Because bacon's good. Once we get all that in, we're just gonna set this to the side and mix that in. Alright, then we're gonna come over there, get our vegetables, add those. Mix those in. Now this isn't going to be the typical fried rice because we're making a healthy version. So the typical fried rice would have corn and snow peas and usually some sugar in it. But we're not going to do that because we're making healthy fried rice. We don't use corn because corn is a starch. Although it is a vegetable, many consider it a starch because it has a lot of starch. So we're not going to add that because we have our rice. So our rice is going to be on our starch. And this is going to be a mostly vegetable dish. So once that's done, we're going to come over and get our fish sauce and our soy sauce, which is over here. And I mean, it's fried rice. It's not meant to be perfectly measured. So you just kind of want to sprinkle it on. I'd say about 3 tablespoons should be enough. Just kind of get it around there. You just want it to add a little darker tint to your rice. And then you kind of want to do about half or a little less than half of what you did of soy sauce using fish sauce. So we'll probably do about a tablespoon. Just kind of sprinkle it around. That should be enough. So we're going to mix this all together. And then you kind of want to let it simmer, or not simmer, but you want to let it cook for a little while so that it absorbs all these flavors and that the vegetables mostly absorb the soy sauce, and then it should be ready for eating. So we'll get back with you in a bit and show you the finished product. Alright, so we've mixed everything together. You have your vegetables, your bacon, your pork, and everything mixed in. I don't know if we got this on camera, but right before we added everything together, we browned up the pork just real quick, just to make sure that it was warm and everything, and then we added that in. So this really could be a full meal. You have your pork and bacon, which is your protein, and then you have your vegetables, and then you got your starch in the rice. So you could either do that, or you could have a small piece of chicken with it, or whatever. So I hope this is a good alternative to making regular fried rice, which is not usually that healthy. We used a lot of less sodium stuff, a lot more vegetables than rice, and we used a lot more healthy vegetables. So I hope this helped. We'll see you soon. Subscribe if you like, and please leave comments. Alright, thanks. Alright, so this is what our finished product looks like. We just put it in a bowl, and this is how we would put it on the table. There it is. We got our meat, vegetables, we got everything in one. We usually have some chicken or something like that with it. So please rate, subscribe, whatever you want. If you have any ideas for something you want us to try to do to make healthy, we're usually pretty good at making an unhealthy recipe healthy. So if you have any ideas or you want to see us make something else, send us a PM and we'll try it out. Alright, thanks.